Hey everyone, back to the show. Here we are together again on the radio. So I want to talk about a couple of articles I found on comicbookmovie.com. This week's episode of Marvel Monday. First, a quick update. I've been working on some of my other channels, getting them up and running, starting to build up a little bit of foundation. New channels, Resident Gamer 1991, mostly going to be Resident Evil games and some other mature titles. More of the more violent types like Last of Us, God of War, Watch Dogs, games like that, Plague Tale. Just to organize my channel a little bit more. It's just seem a little crammed up on my main channel. So got a Let's Play channel as well for more kiddier games, like sillier games, like Sonic or Super Lucky, Spyro, those sort of things. So that's what I've been doing for a little bit there. Gonna be up on my main channel soon, probably with another Starfield episode, possibly live with commentary. I might also be doing the Elder Scrolls 4 commentary series for Oblivion, but we'll see what happens with that. So if you look at the screen in front of you, there's some rumors going around about the X-Men and the MCU. I'm a little nervous about the X-Men and the MCU because of the MCU's reputation. There's just not much to be excited about these days. So it says, we have a big update on Marvel Studios' rumored plans for the X-Men franchise, along with news on how to approach how they approach the Avengers franchise could change after hit or miss multiverse saga. Don't forget Kang being a hit or miss, and Sam Wilson's Captain America, without the super serum, should have been squat like a bug in the last movie he was in. Says Jake Schreier is rebooting the X-Men franchise from Marvel Studios. And all eyes are now on what the Thunderbolts Helmer. Oh dear. Hasn't it worked for a fresh take on the mutant heroes? Thunderbolts. I didn't finish watching that one. It was pretty bad from what I saw. First, it's not even Thunderbolts team in the comics. Not even close. They all have the same exact abilities. So I don't know what they were doing with that one, but it was pretty bad. If the rumors about Sadie Sink playing Jean Grey and Spider-Man Brand New Day are correct, then we can expect to meet the first member of the team as soon as this summer. Yeah, that's another problem I have with throwing in all these characters into Spider-Man to make it a trailer for other films or something. I'm like, what are we doing here? So according to the Cosmic Circus, the idea is for the X-Men cast to grow over several years and serve as a coming of age story. Put it on TV then. It's like, unless we're going to film these back to back, it's just a waste of time waiting in between all these damn years. So they said they're going to do Young Avengers, and half the cast they planned for that. They're probably going into the 30s now. The chick like Kate Bishop ain't a little kid no more. What's she like? She was like maybe, I don't know her exact age in the Hawkeye show, but no offense, but she's a little bit older now. So I don't know what Young Avengers is going to be at this point. Some of you know she's not as young as she was when she started. So if you got plans for these young X-Men, put it on TV or map out your X-Men films and shoot them all at once, like Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings. Then you got a chance for this to happen. Otherwise, so let's say the first X-Men movie comes out 2028 or something, coming of age, and they want to do have them grow over time or whatever. The average film takes at least a couple of years to do when you put in writing and production, principal photography, and all that stuff. That stuff takes time to do. So if you want to actually do this properly and make it a coming of age story, either put it on TV and shoot it as like a multiple season show, or shoot the movies all at once. You look at the Percy Jackson show, those kids grew up so fast. Percy in the original books is supposed to be like 12, 13 years young. This kid looks like he's in his 30s already. And they shot season three already, from what I understand. There's still a couple of books to adapt in the mainline Percy Jackson books. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that. I don't know how much they're going to adapt with the Percy Jackson series, because there's some other books like spin-offs and whatnot that I've read, like House of Hades and all that. I'm curious how far they're going to go with that. That's the formula they need to follow. Definitely, I wouldn't mind seeing a young X-Men story. They kind of did that with First Class, and they kept jumping like 10 years, and they don't show you what happens in between. Like first one starts in the 60s, you jump 10 years to the 70s and then the 80s, and then you don't show what happens in between. So a bunch of cliffhangers, and it's not great storytelling, you know. So if you really want to do X-Men properly, put it on TV, set it at the school, and let's dive into the characters and make it a real world building series, is what X-Men should always be anyway, in my opinion. Like for me, the thing I always loved about the X-Men is how they can really ground them in the modern world and the politics and all and everything that surrounds them. That have always surrounded the X-Men in the comics. That's what I kind of like about the movies as well, especially the Fox ones, all the ones we've had. It's like how it's rooted in the real world and the fiction world at the same time. And it's always been the basis of X-Men stories. So they really want to do this. They really need to map this out and I would suggest putting it on TV, Disney Plus, put it on TV, map it out for a multi-season show, and yeah, definitely cast young, and yeah, set the stage for at least 3 to 4 seasons of young mutants just learning about their abilities. There was another X-Men show that came on a while back called The Gifted. It was okay. I think I bought the first season when it came out. It was okay. I'm like, all right. There's no like actual X-Men members in the show, but it still told the type of story I've always wanted to see, which is like an average family dealing with mutant abilities. Like I always loved about X-Men comics is sometimes they would just be at the X-Mansion playing baseball in the backyard or something like that. And that we could really play around with that if they put them on TV. If they make a movie and they want to do the coming of age stuff, shoot the movies back to back at least. Because these actors will age and you want to keep it consistent with the coming of age stuff. You're going to want to do a Lord of the Rings style, shoot it all at once, or put it on TV for like 3 to 4 seasons. And get some good writers because I don't need this to be like the last season of Mandalorian or something. Get some good writers, and it'll be fine. So next article Jessica Jones returns a new teaser for this week's episode of Daredevil Born Again. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about Born Again right now. Last week's episode kind of had me scratching my head a little bit. I'm like, it kind of makes me miss the old school Netflix series a little bit more. I know this is supposed to be connected. It really does feel like a completely different show. And I think the writers of the original series left at some point, so it probably shows. Season one was a bloody mess. I get what they were trying to go for, but we've seen Matt give up being Daredevil a couple of times already in the Netflix show. He stopped after Elektra died, and then he came back in Defenders. Then he was done again after the building fell on top of him at the end of Defenders. And he doesn't wear a suit at all in season 3. Just his jeans and his little shirt or whatever. And then season 1 of Born Again, I get why he was upset about Foggy, but I just think this modern world has made male heroes way too whiny. Like this episode of The Boys. I'm kind of glad that Homelander beat the shit out of that kid. He needed an ass beating. He needed to get the pussy beaten out of him. And he finally got his ass beaten like good. Now the other kid will actually grow a pair. But Jessica Jones, I'm like, only concern I have is how they're going to actually incorporate her into this show. And I don't know if she has a place in the show right now. Everything going on, it just seems a little strange. There's no real build up for it, which is my problem. And these episodes are like, 30 minutes? Not including commercials. So I'm like, and there's only, a couple episodes left? We're on episode, 6 now? There's got to be episode 6 by now. Because last week's episode ended with Daredevil's dumbass bringing Bullseye to the layer where Karen is a civilian, by the way. Like I was saying, the first episode review of Daredevil Born Again, I'm like, keep Karen out of the field. And I've actually done that. And this idiot brings Bullseye into their freaking lair. Not just her, but the rest of the resistance is there. People they rescued from Kingpin's prison. And he brings a freaking murderer into their midst. Because he decided to show him mercy or some crap instead of leaving him to his fate, like to let him get what he deserves. The guy that murdered Foggy. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's completely lost his mind. This is why Dark Helmet said that good is dumb. It's true. Good is dumb. Good does stupid shit like this. I couldn't believe him. Like, what are you doing? And the look on Karen's face when she saw him was like, she was might as well said, dude, what the frick, man? Like when Mysterio unveiled Peter's identity at the end of one of them Spider-Man movies. I don't remember what that was called. Brand New City or something. And we'll get to Brand New Day in a minute, but yeah. I don't know if Jessica has a place in the show right now. It's kind of all over the place. We haven't got the Kingpin thing with the reporter chick pretending to be Kingpin wearing the mask on the camera. I thought they revealed that a little too early. I was kind of having fun imagining who it was. I figured it was the reporter chick. Could have been the fat kid too, Danny or whatever his name is. But I think they revealed that way too soon. Jessica is a cool character. She's a badass. She can hold her own pretty well. There's no build up for her return in this. That's my only concern. Just like there's no build up for Doctor Doom and Doomsday or whatever they're calling it. Previously called the King Dynasty, but they screwed that up somehow. And yeah, I don't know what role she's going to have in this or how many episodes she's going to be in. If it's going to be one, I don't know. It just seems a little strange to just throw her in there out of nowhere. Frank disappeared to go on his little side story, special presentation or whatever. It's cool. I need more build up for Jessica Jones to show up. I need a reason for her to be there. I don't know if they're gonna have enough time to explain that in like 30-minute episodes or 50-minute episodes, however long they are. When her daughter is put in danger, so it says in the season premiere we learned Jess. So that's who they were talking about, I guess. Has been working with Paige and Murdoch behind the scenes, feeding information about Kingpin's criminal dealings. That's probably how they found out about the ship in the first episode. So it says Jones decided to take a more active role in the war against Fisk when her daughter's in danger. Her daughter with Luke Cage, I'm assuming. Because they have a daughter in the comics. So I'm like, did he and Jessica get busy again? Get some coffee? They have a kid in the comics, so I wouldn't, put it past them to do that. Enough time has passed. Though he seems to have a thing for Claire for some reason in the Netflix series, whatever. These shows do their own thing, so it's all good. Another thing I didn't really understand was why they killed off Vanessa Fisk at the end of the last episode. She did seem like the only person that seemed to know how to keep him sane. And with her gone, it's like I think he's gonna be a completely different person now. He's gonna be completely unhinged. I don't know if I want that for the Kingpin. I think he should be emotionally level and crazy when he needs to be crazy. That's what he's been up until now. And with Vanessa gone, I'm a little concerned about where his character is going. Yeah, I'm not going to show this because I don't want to get stretched or nothing. But yeah, so it's 8 episodes. It must be at 6 by now. So someone says, I'm concerned Marvel will have Jessica cleaned up. Well, they'll clean Jessica up too much for her to be fun. Probably. I mean, they let Punisher be crazy in this, so maybe not. Again, my only concern is that there's no real build up for this, which has been the problem with the MCU lately. Now, this article kind of probes This one right here kind of proves my point of what I've been saying about Man Spider. It's absolutely disgusting. I've always hated that storyline in the comics. I hated that storyline in the '90s show. Should have never been in the '90s show. First off, and look at this. You really want this to be in your movie? Like, who was the idiot that decided let's put Man Spider in the next Spider-Man movie? Like, yeah, let's not. This movie's gonna have freaking Man Spider, potentially Daredevil, Tombstone, Scorpion, the Hand, Punisher, the Hulk, and who knows how many other freaking characters. Maybe the Enforcers as well. Oh, and Jean Grey apparently too, because we just have to throw her in there as well. This movie's gonna be a mess. So right here it says, much has been said about Man Spider potentially being part of Peter Parker's apparent evolution, but the site casts doubt on that by writing, I have heard about the concept of Man Spider, but certain producers have expressed concern for how family audiences will react to an eight-legged monster appearing in the movie, just like I've been saying. So less for her that don't want to do that. Maybe they changed their mind on it. Okay. Still not watching the movie, but okay. It's an improvement, at least. It's good to know that some people out there have some common sense. I'm like, you can't market a Spider-Man movie like this. This is disgusting. You can't market a Spider-Man movie like this. Like, believe me when I say half of the audience is going to be children in the audience dragging their parents to see Spider-Man, and then this happens on the screen. There's going to be a bunch of angry parents suing Marvel and Disney in the aftermath, and that will suffer at the box office as a result. I don't think they want that because Marvel's already running on fumes with their terrible marketing campaign for Avengers Doomsday, among other disasters that they've had in the last couple of years since Endgame. And I don't think they need any more losses at this point. But I don't think they can afford it. I think they should reconsider this Man Spider thing. Looks like they have, according to this article. Reconsider the Man Spider thing. Do something else. I get to try and tie it into the last movie, which is fine. But just don't do this because this is a terrible story in comics. It works for like a darker, if you want to do like a darker Spider-Man story, then just do that. Do like a standalone story on Disney Plus or something. And just put it only on there in the adult section of the catalog. Because if you got children in the audience, they're gonna have freaking nightmares, and then parents are gonna be pissed. And then they're gonna sue freaking Disney and Marvel. And I don't think Kevin Feige wants that on his shoulders right now. They need to focus on Doomsday and making sure that's good, not a freaking mess like it sounds like it's gonna be. Everything I've heard about it sounds pretty bad. No spoilers. It sounds pretty bad. I'm gonna trip. It sounds pretty bad. Family audience will react to an eight-legged monster. Isn't that what I've been saying the entire time? I've been saying this for a long ass time. Right here. Eight-legged monster appearing in the movie. Yeah. That's gonna be a problem. Like again, I've never liked that story in the comics. I've never liked it in the '90s show. With a terrible run in the '90s. It's not the way you want to go with your movie series. I don't know how many Tom Holland has left in his contract, but this is not the way you want to go going forward. Like I've been saying, man, I need Marvel to get back to basic with Spider-Man. Go back to street level stuff. Enough with this mystical bullshit. Go back to him stopping muggers. Just get a Parker Industries store going. Have him building, making his own tech, being successful, running his own business. Like enough with the mystical crap and going to space and fighting monsters and shit, turning into monsters. Let's go back to basics, please. Like the down on your luck, depressed superhero thing. Leave that in the 60s where it belongs. Where in present day, Spider-Man is more than intelligent enough to build his own tech and be his own person. Instead of crying about Tony Stark all the time, or having someone telling him what to do, how to use his abilities, which everyone seems to do in these movies for some reason. What the hell is this? Is this supposed to be the Punisher? Is that Boomerang? It's Boomerang. Good lord, they have to Boomerang in there too. So they're going to have Tombstone, apparently, maybe not Man Spider, maybe so, maybe Man Spider, Punisher, the Hulk, possibly Daredevil. The Hand is going to be in the movie as well. It's a Daredevil thing. Scorpion, maybe some other villains as well. I mentioned Tombstone already. Looks like we're going to have maybe Harry Osborn. I've heard rumors about a chubby kid turning into the Hobgoblin, which would be stupid unless they get him to a gym first for his sake. Yeah, just I'm not really a fan of modern MCU Spider-Man. Just not. I don't like the title of this movie. I'm sure not to explain why. I would say give it a chance, but I'm like, I don't know. Or I would wait for the reviews at this point for this movie in particular. If you're watching live, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you're watching afterwards, leave a comment below. Become part of the conversation. Share your thoughts. It's like the problem that a lot of Spider movies have had is that they are always crammed with characters. Half of them don't even need to be in the movie. Half of them. Like the last movie was kind of a one more day situation. I didn't realize it until the end of the film where he asks Doctor Strange to wipe his memory or something. And I'm like, oh shit, this looks familiar. Then this one's called Brand New Day. I'm like, oh good. Just what I wanted. Like, you gotta be shitting me. It's just like I said, like there's nothing wrong with him missing his friends. Kind of relationships are a foundation of the character. It's fine, no problem with that. But when you try to make it the focal point, that's when it becomes an issue. And like if there's been like 3 to 4 years that have passed and he still hasn't told them or anything, that's his fault. Is this a new trailer? No, this is the same one. So there's Frank. But I'm kind of hoping they'll get to act the real Mary Jane at some point. He does meet them in college. Harry and Mary Jane meet them in college. This is the part here. This is obviously nodding towards Man Spider waking up in a freaking cocoon. That's definitely Man Spider stuff. The beginnings of it, anyway. Doctor Strange should be in this one, by the way. Just pointing that out. I don't know what Banner's supposed to teach him about. I mean, I guess with the Hulk, I guess, yeah. But Scorpion. I like that shot. Watching live, thank you for showing up, being part of the live show. Watching afterwards, appreciate you. So we're going to wrap things up in a little bit. Just wanted to do a brief recap. So, brand new day, we're talking about Man Spider rumors. So the rumor is that Man Spider will appear in this film. And in this paragraph I read, some producers are concerned about family audiences, how they will react to an eight-legged monster in the movie. And that's something that I've expressed in past streams for Marvel Monday about how stupid it is when you got a character who's literally mainly advertised towards children and adults alike, but children will be in the audience with their parents, and this is just not the way to go. So here we go. So comments, a couple of comments here. Hope they don't go full Man Spider route. Haven't seen Six Arms in a Fever Dream. Perhaps even go as far as making him Teen Wolf style Man Spider. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think they can get with it in a dream or hallucination, but actually transforming, probably not the best idea, both creatively and financially. There's no logical comeback from growing six arms. Yeah. The only idea I can get behind is Doppelganger hitting the scene very affinity. You mean Secret Wars? Comic version scared the crap out of me. Yeah, exactly. So if you've seen The Fly, that's basically what this is. This transformation is basically like in The Fly. So that's not a movie you want to show a kid, basically what I'm saying. I've been to Comic Con several years, cosplayed several years as Spider Man. Kids go with me the most because kids idolize Spider Man as I did and still do. You take a kid to see this movie and he turns into Man Spider, the kid's gonna be scared shitless. And they should be, because it's freaking creepy. It's not a good idea. So like I've been saying for a while now, they need to get back to basics with Spider-Man in the MCU going forward. However long he's in the MCU, Like, can we get like I just need to get back to basics. I want to see Parker Industries at some point. He's not in high school anymore, so he's grown up. The kid is beyond it. He's one of the smartest people in the Marvel Universe, in the comics, and the MCU. There's no reason why he shouldn't have Parker Industries established by now, making his own tech, instead of worrying about what chicks are doing or whatever. Again, another one missing his friends. It's all part of the character. It's fine. I just don't want it to be the main focus again, like it's been in the past. Like Spider-Man 2, we could have been doing so many other things in the Maguire universe. To the crying over freaking Mary Jane, which I'm like, shit. I'm like, if he really wants his friends to be part of his world, just tell him the freaking truth. Like, if enough time has passed, he's so concerned about them not knowing who he is, then tell him. They accepted him before. What's the difference now? He's just causing his own problems. This is my point exactly. Just get out the way. Because then he's just going to be moping around about it for another 2.5 hours like you did. Like, come on, man. Just get out the way and tell him the freaking truth. It's going to make shit worse this way. This is a problem this particular Spider-Man has always had. Kind of causing his own problems in more ways than one. I'm not saying he's responsible for May's death, but if he just told her to kick rocks as soon as you brought those crazy people into that apartment, she might still be alive. So, we got to help these crazy people. We have to. No, you don't. Like, I get wanting to do the right thing, at least trying to do it. Fine. But should have at least done some research on these crazy people, especially Osborn, because he doesn't know anything about them. Just, I don't know, man. They show him being smart and does dumb shit at the same time, and right afterwards, and it just makes me scratch my head. Like, is this kid supposed to be smart, or is he supposed to be a dumbass? So I can't tell sometimes. If we can just get Parker Industries adapted at some point, that would be great. Because I'd much rather see that than Man Spider. I'd rather see that than whatever the story's going to be, throwing in all these random characters. Some of the villains, I'm guessing, going to be part of a montage. That's my assumption. Like a montage in the beginning, like he's fighting Scorpion in a montage with a shocker with the enforcers or something. That could be interesting, I suppose. But again, Man Spider has kind of turned me off from this movie. Like the same with the Batman animated series. I never liked the Man Bat episodes. That was insanely creepy. And those were in the 90s. I'm like, why is this on what's always been dubbed a children's show? Fox Kids is when that show premiered. Both of them. Spider-Man appeared on Fox Kids right after Batman back in the day. Like, I don't understand why they had all these creepy ass characters on the shows back when. But that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of Marvel Monday. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you're watching after the fact, appreciate you. And stay tuned to the channel for more content.